What's up, everybody? My name is Baby Smooth. Today we're going to be making a character tier list for every character in MegaBonk. This video, I'd really like to take an emphasis on casual play. Now, for the past few videos, we've really taken that focus towards world record stuff. I'm going to have a section for world record stuff at the very end. It's going to be a briefer section than usual. We are absolutely just focused on characters that are fun to play and decent to play in a casual setting. These characters will get you through the game. If they're high tier, they're going to be easy for you to enjoy. Remember, our emphasis is going to be on fun, ease of use, and how good they are in a casual setting. And there's going to be a timestamp later for my world record speculation and for characters that I think can go all the way there. But let's start it off with the Fox. The Fox is always going to be one of the baseline characters, always going to be just one of the best characters to set the tone, set the stage, because it's just reliable. You have the luck stat scaling, and you have a decent weapon. I'm putting the Fox into A tier. I would be surprised if it didn't end up towards the bottom of A, but for casual playthroughs, the Fox is okay. And that's really it. The Fox is okay, and that's it. That's all I got. Next is Sir Oofie. Now, Sir Oofie actually starts the game with a lot of armor, and it just scales up a little bit as it goes on. Sir Oofie is going into B tier, brother tier. As much as I hate the sword, for casual players, having this armor will actually make your life so much better. The only thing I want to warn you about is not leveling up the knockback on your sword too much, or you'll never hit your enemies again. Next up is Calcium, and I got a boner just thinking about him. Look at this dude. He's on that skateboard, he's zooming around the map, he's going crazy. I think he's a great lesson in movement for newer players. If you just crouch going down a hill, you are going to zoom across the map, you're going to feel really cool. Calcium is going into sicko mode. His weapon is decent. It'll help you lifesteal if you need to. It'll help you just get it done. He is a great character. He's well designed. He's sicko mode. He will not be on a world record ever due to the meta of the game, unless that changes, but he's really cool. Next up, we've got Megachad. Now, Megachad's a cool, chill guy, and his aura ability is really good. It allows you to just clear through those early minion waves really easily, survive swarms. Don't worry about what I'm doing. Sorry. Pretty cool. He has a really good passive. It's incredibly useful for surviving early game, especially if you enjoy getting hit as much as I do. It'll help you not worry so much about your pathing. It'll save your HP. It'll allow you to get away with a lot of bullshit. Now, keep in mind, you want to keep your aura damage getting higher and higher, get that area of effect pretty good. Absolutely combine him with some reliable range weapon like the revolver or something, just to make sure you can take out the pesky bees that are approaching you. Something like that. Maybe even the sniper, so you can just target the bees, but then you're probably distracted. Anyway, Megachad is going into top of A tier for me. For casual play, I think he's just really enjoyable and good. He is pretty slow though, so if you have trouble moving across the map, maybe he's not for you. Stick to Calcium, bro. Next up, we have Ogre. Ogre, for me, goes into don't do it. I hate using the axe with so much passion. With a burning rage, I hate using the axe. You have to turn around at the right moment. It just ruins everything. It ruins my life. The axe ruins my life. Every run I take it, I'm suffering. I despise it. Casual, world record, doesn't matter. I hate you, Ogre. I hate you. And I'm sorry to Shrek. He doesn't deserve that. But this guy does. Ugh. You're okay. You're allowed to like him. You're allowed to like the axe. But do you really like Ogre? He's slow, and he's not Megachad. If you're gonna be slow, you might as well be Megachad, in my opinion. Or Oofie, or Chadwell. Don't do it, Ogre. Don't do it. Ogre hate. Rise up. Ogre hate gang. Next, we've got Clank. I'm a big Clanker myself. Is he sick enough for S tier? No. He's top of A for me. Once again, I'm the #1 revolver fan in the game. Clank starting with shield is incredibly good for new players. It means they don't have to get the shield from the shrine, which they might not even know that they need. Clank is just good. He's solid. His revolver is a good weapon once you get the bounces. He scales with crit and all that. Just a well-rounded character for your casual runs. I think he honestly might be the best character for just a tier 3 challenge due to his weapon and due to his scaling with crit. I think you'll be at a sweet spot by the end of the game. Clank is just good. He's really good. Top of A tier. Robinette. For me, is going into brother tier. I know some people like Robinette, but be honest with yourself. Do you really enjoy running around with the bow? We're not talking about world record stuff. We're not talking about cheese strats with Kevin and the gold shield and infinite scaling for damage. We're talking about just enjoying playing this character. Do you enjoy playing Robinette? Do you really? Do you really? Her roll looks funny, but her jump's a bit too vertical for me. And I just do not think that I ever want to play this character ever again after doing world record attempts on her. The bow is not enjoyable until you get a bunch of projectiles for it. For that reason, Robinette, you're going into B tier. I'm not super disrespecting Robinette, but I am putting her under Sir Oofie. Next, we have the Monke. You all have to know where this is going. Monke is absolutely going into sicko mode above Calcium. Monke has the most creative movement potential in the game. Just pressing the jump button is going to make you zoom across the map insanely hard. You can do a Monke slingshot as seen in this video, linked below. And he's just crazy. He's a cool, chill guy. He's a good character design. Nothing is better than returning to Monke after a long, hard day of Bandit Forest resetting for 12 hours. Monke, best character in the game for having fun, I think. Bananarang is a good weapon. It can multi-hit enemies. Monke's just so good. He gets scaling HP so you won't die to the boss like an idiot. Oh my god. Monke is so good. Just try not to jump into a whole swarm of enemies and get exploded. But even if you do, you can probably just jump out. He's really nice with it. Next, we've got Tony McZoom. For casual play, I could really put him into sicko mode because he's just zooming around. He's so fun. Like going fast, you know? And going fast is real easy when you have a hoverboard. I am going to put him into A tier under Clank simply because his weapon is not as good and you could maybe fall off if you do not know how to scale and blah, blah, blah. But I honestly think Tony McZoom is really good. Play him on the desert map and you'll just have a great time. Tony McZoom on the desert goes crazy because everything's a hill and you're just riding around, speed of sound, absolutely going sick. But not sicko mode, so he's gonna stay in A. Next we've got Bush. This is the guy that did 9/11. Wait, next we've got Bush. Some guys like Bush, some guys don't really like Bush. They think it should be trimmed. I think Bush is fine. It really depends who it's attached to for me. But I'm going to put Bush into brother tier. As far as playing it goes, I'm putting him above Robinette. And the sniper, I'm the #1 sniper stan in casual play. It's such a nice weapon. I could talk about it for days. His passive is okay. The explosion is okay. I really want to see this with Size Tome. And I want to see what it does because Bush could honestly be a Size Tome world record holder, but probably not. We'll talk about that in a second. There's possibilities here. There's potential for Bush. Even in casual play, bro is just vibing. But there's got to be better choices than Bush in casual play. There just have to be. For that reason, he's going into B tier for brother men. Next, we have Birdo. You're not going to like where Birdo ends up. For casual play, Birdo's going above Megachad. Bro has double jump. Bro has float. If you have trouble moving across the map, normally you're not a B-hop god, Birdo might save your skill issues. Birdo will allow you to do things that only sweaty gamer men can do, and you're gonna hate it because his weapon's trash. Birdo has Tornado, and I hate Tornado. It does not do good damage in casual play. Maybe there's world record potential for its knockback, but we're sticking to casual in this video once again. I keep reminding myself of that, and I keep slipping. Anyway, Tornado sucks. I hate you, Birdo. But he goes into A tier due to his movement capabilities. Next, we have Noelle. Don't do it. Don't do it. Her passive is duration. That affects things like axe, maybe black holes sticking around, stuff like that. Frostwalkers, not the best weapon in the game. Like, if you want to fall off and you want to get your butt kicked, play Noelle. If you want to do good, do not play Noelle. That's really it. I don't know. I'd love to see some changes to either how Frostwalkers work or her passive and maybe give her a fighting chance. I just wouldn't recommend this character. And we're going to move on to Amogus. This guy is kind of sus. You can go incredibly unkillable if you get a lot of lifesteal, a lot of poison getting out there. Some of these items for poison, like the gas mask, you are just going to be unkillable as Amog. You can survive anything. For that reason, Amog is going above Bush for casual play. And this is really the type of guy, like, he's a meme. You're either going to like him or hate him. I already know there's some Amogus stands in the comments right now being like, yeah, that's my boy. He made it to B. Look, Mom, we made it. They're hyped that he made it into B tier. And that's not exactly a charity case. I'm kind of an Amogus stan for just memeing. You're memeing with it, but it's a good meme. Next, speaking of good memes, we have Spaceman. Bro, I hate Spaceman. He's in crappy tier, and I'll tell you why. Black Hole is the strongest weapon in the game right now, arguably, at the end game stage. At the beginning of the game, it's kind of annoying to use. It's not the worst weapon at the beginning, but it's pretty annoying. Speaking of annoying, have you ever pressed the jump button and not touched the ground for 30 seconds? Spaceman comes with that feature. I don't know, you really have to appreciate Spaceman for what it is. And it's just a floaty little balloon character that never touches the ground but has less control over it. Like when Birdo doesn't touch the ground, it's so based. When Spaceman doesn't touch the ground, I want to touch the ground. Let me touch the ground. Turn the moon physics off. Next, we've got the guy from Fortnite. We've got Ninja. That was a Zoomer joke. Also 6'7", by the way, Zoomers. 6'7", guys. I see your comments, little bro. Stop 6'7"ing, all right? I give him a 6'7" out of 10. Moving on, if you don't know what any of that means, don't worry. Don't acknowledge it. Katana is a great weapon, but it's not great early. It's pretty bad early, in my opinion. It scales really well, but it starts pretty weak. Ninja's passive evasion is pretty cool. It's honestly kind of useful for casual play. Ninja's not a bad character. He moves pretty fast. He can also do the monkey slingshot because for some reason he's programmed to be able to redirect his momentum when he's going down a hill, when he's sliding, stuff like that. Ninja's pretty good. He's not the best, but he's definitely going into at least brother tier as far as playing him goes. And I think that's a safe spot for him. Not much else to be said, really. The evasion passive thing is kind of cool. Executing enemies is always incredible, but do you really want to rely on RNG to save your day? The whole game is RNG at the end of the day, but I hate relying on it. Next, we have Vlad. As much as I want to like Vlad, I just can't get behind him. He is too floaty for my bee hopping, and his weapon I kind of despise. His lifesteal passive is really nice, though. Vlad is going to be another cult classic where you either love him or hate him, and I think I hate him. Every time I try to play him, I don't like him. I love the mage aesthetic. I love how he looks. Little ketchup bottle, little mustard bottle, whatever you want to call it. But he's just not it for me. He's really not the move, and I wish he was. So if he ever gets changed a little bit, maybe I'll whip him out. But have fun playing your caster minion from League of Legends if you choose him. Next, we have Dicehead. Dicehead is actually pretty fun to play. Next, we have Dicehead. Now, Dicehead was king of the game for a long time, and then they changed him up. They changed how his weapon works. He's still pretty good, though, and he's kind of a vibe with the business suit. I don't know if that's your aesthetic, but he's kind of like a good mascot for the game. In a game about RNG, having a dice block for your head is very on brand, very on the nose. I'm putting Dicehead into A tier for a lot of reasons. I'm putting them above the Fox simply because I enjoy their weapon more than the Fire Staff. It's kind of neat, it's unique, and Dicehead's just an enjoyable character. They get the random level ups when they level up, and that's pretty cool. You might get like one shield, and it'll be nice. Next, we've got Sir Chadwell. Now, Sir Chadwell, as far as enjoyability goes, absolutely is in the don't do it category. Unlocking this guy is not worth it. And using his weapon, not worth it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. By the end of the game, he's a monster. By the start of the game, he's not the most playable guy. If you are newer to the game, stay away from Sir Chadwell. You might like him because he's got some decent armor, some decent stuff, but his weapon does not do damage unless you're low on health. And I do not want to be permanently puckered throughout my playthrough. I want to just be Bing chillin' in a casual playthrough. I do not want to feel the need to jump off a cliff so I can pump out some damage. That said, I'm probably going to jump off the cliff anyway and take fall damage and take a bunch of straight hits. Maybe I should play Sir Chadwell. Maybe he's a skill issuer's dream. A guy like me could really benefit from this character. Athena's problematic. I want to love Athena, I really do. I love the idea of using the Aegis. People in the comments are going to say it's an Aegis, and they're correct, but let's compromise. I'm going to call it an E-Goose from here on out. The E-Goose is an incredible weapon. I love the E-Goosey. Sorry, I said that. And just wish Athena was a little bit different. I wish Thorns worked slightly differently. To my knowledge, if you have shield up, not the Aegis shield, but if you have shield, you cannot do Thorns damage. You can only do Thorns damage if your shield is down. To me, that's a weird decision. I hope to see that changed, and then I think Athena would be a little bit more playable. I love the idea of running into enemies and killing them. And Athena's passive, where she's gaining more damage on low HP, is really cool for that, as well as just gaining thorns per level. Thorn damage will never really do it in this game. And one of the problems is you need to unlock this item called the Cactus to really have a fighting chance for winning with the Thorns build. But that is the worst challenge in the game. Running into those cactus enemies on the desert for like an hour or two was not a great experience, and I don't wish it upon anyone, because sometimes they just don't spawn in. Anyway, back to Athena. I think if they change her up a little bit, she could be my favorite character in the game just for meme runs. He is kind of up there with some of my favorites, but I'm gonna put her in I Want to Love This character, and that's where she'll stay. Finally, we've got the Bandit. Now, the Bandit has to go into A tier and not sicko mode. This is not a world record tier list. If it was, Bandit would be on top in his own category. You'll see in a second. But as far as having fun playing the game with him, is there anything really crazy about this guy? Not really. I'm putting him to B tier, below Ninja, because the Dexecutioner is great and it can insta-kill things. But like, does that mean it's fun? No. Ask yourself this important question. Am I having a ton of fun playing this character? No. You're playing him because he's good. Is he the coolest character in the game? No. He's just good. But the goodness is not enough to raise his cool factor. I love the Dexecutioner. I think it's a great weapon. It's very cool to shank people across the map with a big purple laser, but it's just not the most fun thing in the world to play the Bandit. I'm not saying he's a bad character by any means, but remember, this is a list for funsies. Monke on top, Calcium second. I think I can get behind all this. Running around as a robot, I'm biased. Blank could be a bad choice. Now, real quick, before we go into world record, I'd like to say, am I okay with all my decisions here? I think Clank is going to go underneath Birdo. I'm so biased towards this character just because he's a cool cowboy robot running around. He starts with shield. You're going to have a good time playing him. It's easy game when you play him, which makes it fun. So I think he's in a good spot. Monke definitely deserves to be king. Calcium deserves to be up there. And I think I'm totally okay with this list. I think as far as having fun goes, this is a good list. Remember, you're going to have fun by doing good. So maybe some of these could be moved around a little bit so you do better. But I'm totally okay with this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you have a favorite that I shitted on? I'm sorry. Am I sorry? I don't know. Everybody's got opinions. Some of them are good. Some of mine aren't. Now this is what I think is the world record possibilities chart. All of these characters in S and A tier have a real shot of being on the world record leaderboard. I have to put Ninja up into A. Okay, this is what I think is the world record possibility leaderboard. Now, you may have opened up the leaderboard and seen that Birdo is in the top with 3 zillion points. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe there's some broken tech about flying around. Maybe bro found some secret spot or something. Who knows? Anyway, Bandit is insane, and attack speed is king. Attack speed will be king for the foreseeable future, maybe even the entirety of the game. Mark my words, unless they change how it works. Because once again, at the final point of the game, it's all about killing enemies with on-hit effects rather than damage itself. Damage itself is not incredibly important, and that's why people like Ogre are going to end up down there in the unlikely to be a world record spot position. Now you'll notice Sir Oofie's down here as well. I just wonder, nobody really knows how stat scaling works. Nobody knows if having infinite armor could ever catch up to the damage of the enemies. I really don't think it would, but I think maybe somebody should figure it out. I don't have an hour to go sit around and have a really good Oofie run, but I doubt it. I really doubt it, but I gave him his own category just in case. These people have no reason, really, for world record run. Calcium's a homie. There's some homie characters in here, but their passives just don't really do it for him. And Bush, I wonder about his passive with the explosion. Now, I don't think it's going to be game-breaking or anything, but the explosion with the size tome could just be another broken strategy that I have to imagine is not really explored yet. I don't think it would be that good. But could it be that good? It really could. You could see a Bush on top of the leaderboard. Maybe. Is Bush an inside job? We have to find out. Aside from that, Robinette has the highest damage scaling potential of any character in the game, but like I said before, damage is not the most important thing at the end game, where you're just sitting there for hours fighting ghosts. So that's why she's not in her own bandit tier or anything, but of these characters, she does once again have the highest damage output. That's why she's up here. Fox is just going to have incredible luck scaling and just lead to you getting more of those legendary items by the end of the game. And so maybe they should be above Megachad. Now, Monke's pretty cool, but you really want some HP rings, blah, blah, blah. If you're upset Dicehead is so low, I just don't think he's that guy anymore. You can at me. Blank's cool, but he's not that guy. Spaceman, I know we see him on top of the leaderboard sometimes, but he really just is a meme. Go play Spaceman for like 5 seconds and tell me that you don't hate your life. It's funny as hell, but no. We don't Spaceman in this household. And Ninja, his evade chance has potential there, but I don't think it can ever reach 100%, so his passive is kind of useless. That's all from me. This has been Baby Smooth. Consider like, comment, and subscribing for more content. I'm pumping it out every single day. Let me know what you want to see next video in the comments below. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for the support, and smell you later.